Hello, we are going to be making a collar for a formal shirt. So you first measure the circumference of where the collar is supposed to be on your shirt. You measure the circumference from point A to point B, and then when you get the circumference, you take those measurements. I'll be using this fabric. It's 19 by 15, and my collar is 18 inches circumference. So we first cut a fabric, and then you place it on fold, and then after placing it on fold, you fold it again this way, and then after folding it, you measure 4 inches. You measure 4 inches. There you go, and you put your mark for 4 inches. 4 inches. There you go, 4 inches. And then afterwards, you measure 1.5 inches. There we go, 1.5 inches. And then after doing so, you make straight lines. Join those points to the end of the fabric, and then that 1.5 we join to the end of the fabric. And then afterwards, you go, mine was supposed to be 18 inches. So here I'm gonna mark half, and that half is 9. Half of 18 is 9, and I'm gonna put a allowance of 1/2 inch. So I'm going to mark that allowance of 1/2 inch. There we go. And then afterwards, I'm going to join that 1/2 inch to this line, and then I'm going to measure a 1.25. 1.25. There we go. 1.25. There we go. After measuring 1.25, I curve it like this. It's like this. 1.25. It goes this way. You curve it like this. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then you cut your collar. There we go. And then it comes out like this. It comes out like this way, and then you put it like this. There you have your collar. You have your collar. Here we go. See the way it is. Of course, you're going to have to stitch it like this way, and this way. Stitch it here this way, and this way, and then you turn it over, and then afterwards you put top stitching. After turning it over, you put top stitching right round, top stitching right round, and then afterwards you sew it to your shirt, and then you have a nice collared shirt. Thank you.